back. I said I would do another live, so I'm here. I'm here. I'm trying to rack up my Instagram live points, you know what I'm saying? Thank you, ancestors, spirit guides, guardian angels, for always being here for me. Thank you, higher self, for being here for me always too. Thank you so much for loving and guiding me and helping me achieve and reach peace. I am ready. Breaking barriers, and on the bottom of the deck is planting seeds. I love that. Right, so breaking barriers. I am expanding beyond limitations into joy and freedom. You guys are stepping out into the light. You're allowing yourselves to be seen. You're challenging the limitations. You're challenging where you've even allowed yourself to be kept. You're challenging your beliefs. You're challenging about yourself, about your life, and everything that you could be. You know, I get the feeling from this card, breaking barriers, that it is time to be seen. I'm hearing, I want to be seen. I desire to be seen. You know what? You're willing to step forward and be seen instead of worrying about how people will take it and perceive you. You're not worried about being perceived anymore. And I feel like I'm being brought to tears right now. The breaking barrier card for you, and then this planting seeds card. Because of that, you're finally allowing yourself to plant seeds in fertile soil. I love this for you. Let's see where this is. Ooh, I brought to tears just like that. I am expanding beyond limitations into joy and freedom because you're stepping out into the light. You're stepping out from beyond your shadows because you're allowing yourself to be seen. Because you're allowing yourself to be human, because you're allowing yourself to just be, and you're accepting yourself. This is why, right? You're actually sprouting, you're actually growing. So the seeds that you thought would never bear fruit, the seeds and the things that you never thought were going to work out for you in the first place will start to bear fruit. You will start to see things coming from the work you've already done. You were just hiding out. You just weren't allowing the sun to hit what you've already done. But then you also got the planting seeds card on the bottom, which I'm excited about. So the card meaning is, there are times to go with the flow, but this isn't one of them. Now is the time to break through self-imposed barriers, gather your inner forces, and break free from whatever's holding you back. You have to ask yourself, like, what is really holding me back from the dream life that I want to live? Is it resources? Is it knowledge? Is it not believing in myself, not believing that I am worthy? And you know what? A lot of us will say, when we think about it, like, you know, I don't believe that about myself, but then you really have to think about it. When you want something and you really want something, don't you go and get it? Like when you want that Louis bag or even that Coach bag, when you want that new pair of sneakers, when you want a raise, when you think or want and believe you deserve that vacation, what do? You put in the work, you take up the extra hours, you get a second job, you do whatever you got to do to get what you feel you deserve and what you need. That's what you believe that you deserve, right? So what is stopping you from leveling up? What is stopping you from breaking your self-imposed barriers? The words of people have no power over you unless you allow them to. See, people could prey on you, right? They could say things about you. They could try to do things to you. They could try to hamper down your soul, hamper down your spirit, but it's only going to work if you allow it to. Because the thing that they're trying to do is to make you believe what they're saying about you. You weren't born with a belief like that. You weren't born with the habit to belittle yourself, to stand in the back. There is enough room for everybody to stand in the sun and shine. Literally. Right? So what barriers do you need to break through? What fears do you need to confront? What things about yourself do you have the power to change that you are too afraid to do the change for because you're worried about how much time it's going to take? Summer is in like 2 to 3 months, right? And I haven't hit my fitness goals. Let me be transparent with y'all, but I am working out and I am doing what I got to do and I am eating better and I am juicing most of the time, right? So I know I'm going to get those results. I wasn't going as hard as I could have, but I did the best with what I could and what I had at that moment. And now that I know I can do better and do more of what I have, that's what I'm doing. What barriers can you break through? Do you believe that you can reach the goal? Do you believe that the process of unearthing yourself, literally, from under all the weight of all the preconceived notions and things that you were taught to believe about yourself, are you willing to go through, honestly, the uncomfortableness of discovering yourself, of being honest about yourself, of coming out as an individual and being different from the crowds and from everyone, honestly, so you can stand outside of where you've been, the shadows, and shine. So you can start to actually see your efforts blossom and bloom, right? Because what I like to say is you always see the flowers before you see the fruit. Right, so some of you are looking and you may see leaves, you may see a little something, like for you who are on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube or even in your job, you're putting in the work and you got a small raise or whatever. You have a good feeling about it, but you're still not exactly seeing what you want. Like, what is really hindering you? What belief is hindering you? Do you believe that you have to work so hard for money that like you don't have time for anything else? Do you believe that you have to kill yourself to receive? Or do you believe that you're worthy of that high paying job or that high paying position or that high paying raise? Do you feel like you're worthy to actually have your videos monetized and to have more than 1,000 followers on Instagram and YouTube and TikTok? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to literally figure out what you need to break through, because no one else has control over you. Like, nobody else. Nobody's words and beliefs are more powerful than yours when it comes to you. That's it. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have planting seeds, right? But see, there's already trees, there's already grass, and there's a lot of birds in this, and birds are messengers. Birds are literally your ancestors talking to you, right? So let's see. Planting seeds. Seeds of grace are being planted in the fertile soil of my soul. And I just came off live a couple minutes ago, and we talked about how now a lot of you are finally coming into alignment with your spiritual and your physical aspects of your life. So not only is the inner work working, it will finally start to be shown on the outside. So all the seeds that you've planted will start to bloom, and now there are new seeds that will literally bloom into forests in seconds, honestly. Like, I'm feeling like there's a rapid energy about it. Usually you have to wait seasons, but you've been going through the seasons. And when it's your time to run, your time to shine, which is now, it's approaching now, things are going to start to speed up. So you might think, oh, it's going to take 50 years for this business to hit off. It's going to take 10 years for me to reach my success. All the while, your ancestors and your spirit guides and the people, the real tangible people that are waiting to hear your voice and to see you and to learn and to take, inspiration from your light and what you've gone through, or whatever you have to give the world, your artistry, your knowledge, your books, your teachings, whatever it is, your cooking, whatever it is that speaks to your soul, your dancing, which is all artistry, right? Photography, videography, like whatever it is, even spiritual gifts, right? They're waiting for you. It's going to blast off. That's what I'm getting. So the fertile soil of your soul is ready to receive the seeds that will come to harvest in the years ahead. Get clear on what you desire for yourself and your future. Timing is vital, and now is your moment to plant your spiritual seeds. It's time to plan ahead. You're about to reap the benefits and the rewards finally of all the things you've planted and done before. And it's time to start planting for the new cycles ahead as well. Almost like a fashion designer. You see how they always do fall and winter during the spring, summer, and vice versa, because they're doing the years ahead. They're doing the seasons ahead. They're preparing ahead for their success. It's the same thing. Let's see. Ask and I receive. That's a guarantee. Okay, so we got sharing yourself and embarking on an adventure. I love that. So let's see. I am an incredibly generous being. Right, so let me tell you, I used to get the service card for one of my decks all the time, and it used to be like, be of service to people, and I always thought like, but I am, I'm always giving, I'm always loving, I'm always pouring myself out. Like, I was really feeling depleted, and then I realized it took me a couple of years to really figure it out, because I kept asking the question every time it popped up. It would pop into my head to like, be of service, be of service. And I was just like, how can I really be of service? It was asking me to change my views on what I was doing, what I was giving, like how I was cooperating, or, just showing up for people. I don't have to pour and pour and pour until my cup is dry. But being of service to somebody, being a generous person is something different. Excuse me. Burp confirmation. It adds value when you look at yourself as giving a service to people, right? When you're in service of people, you're not thinking about the rewards just come, right? So let me read this card, sharing yourself. And I also got embarking on an adventure. Sharing yourself. I am an incredibly generous being. Card meaning, share who you are with others. Give what you have, what you do, and who you are. Be generous. The more freely and fully you share of yourself, the more freely and fully the universe will give to you. So it's reciprocity. The universe is saying, if you do for me, I'm going to do for you. If you work with me, I'm going to work with you. If you create with me, I'm going to create with you. Whatever you give and you put out, if you look at it through a lens of service, the abundance will follow. Right? The money will follow. Money is energy. And, you know, not to get biblical, I think about Jesus all the time. And I think like Jesus just walked around with nothing. He went from town to town. He was like, all right, my spidey senses are tingling. My intuition is telling me I need to go here. God is telling me I need to go here. And he just listened and he went. And he met who he needed to meet. They were Bible passages. I can't remember specifically. But I remember me and my family, we read the Bible when I was younger, like a couple of times from front to back together. Right? And it took a year about like we planned it out. But I remember Jesus was just walking with a knapsack or the clothes on his back. Maybe a loaf of bread, if that. And he had followers with him, people with him. And he was like, we don't need no money because I believe that there will be somebody in this town that will take care of us. And he would go throughout the whole town. And people would be like, nah, Jesus, you cool and all, heard about your miracles, but I'm sorry. The emperor's going to kill me if he knows I housed you. He would go through whole towns and there'd be that one person that give them clothes, give them food, give them shelter, show them a time, take them out, introduce them to people. He works his miracles, and then when the time is time to go, it's time to go. Like, super generous person because he gave what he had, gave what he knew. He was in service to every person he met, and because of that, I know he was crucified. Yes, that was tragic. Not saying you need to be crucified, but more so just the blessings that come from that, right? Sorry, I just feel like I heard somebody like in my head, like, but he was crucified. Like, no, not telling you to go get yourself killed. Just saying that that's a version of being of service of people. Okay, so we also got embarking on an adventure, right? And I that also ties into the story because like being of service, sharing of yourself, you don't know who's going to see you. You don't know who's going to share your work. You don't know who's going to share your life. You don't know who's going to say, hey, this girl or this guy or this them or they, him or hey, you know, whoever you are, you know, they really speak to me. And that ends up being the one person that will really change your life. That will come and say, hey, someone gave me your content. They showed me your videos and I started looking you up. You seem like the kind of person I could work with. Let's actually do this. You know what? Here's a brand deal. Here's blah, blah, blah. Here's do this. I want to help you publish your book. You know what? I want to help you get into that university. Blah, blah, blah. I want to fund you. I want to actually give you a grant so you can go to school without the debt. You know what I'm saying? Or start your business without the debt. You know what? I don't use my card, but I don't really need the money either. I'm willing to transfer this over to you. I only have like 5 payments left. You know what I'm saying? Like there are blessings that are bound for you when you show up as yourself. And if you can walk as if you're already taken care of, if you can walk and acknowledge that you're already abundant and that you will always be taken care of, the universe is literally there waiting to just shower you with things like, oh, she's given, boom, tenfold. Oh, she's being of service, boom, someone's being of service to her. Boom, she needs help with this. You know what? It's just going to go so smooth. Oh, she's $10 short. Someone says, you know what? I'll pay for your meal. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't even have to be out of a place of lack. It could just be gifts. You know what I'm saying? It could just be energy. It could be health, right? Because health is wealth. So let me read this next one. Embarking on an adventure. Me and effortlessly. I am working out a schedule because I want to go live on all my platforms. I do Instagram most of the time, but I do want to go live on YouTube, and I just started going live on TikTok, so I'm kind of dedicating some time to TikTok live, but I kind of want to do like one-on-one. So we'll see. You'll see me pop up, but definitely come back. Share my live. I promise you it's lit. You're going to hear something that resonates. I know you will. So embarking on an adventure. I savor the wonders of the world. New frontiers await you. You are entering a period of expansion and are also going beyond self-imposed limitations. And not that being the first card, breaking barriers. I am expanding beyond limitations into joy and freedom. Right? So, a period of expansion and are also going beyond self-imposed limitations. Even if you feel hesitant, this is the time to try something new and do things in a different way. You might even visit far-off lands. Step out of your comfort zone and into something fun. So yes, trying something new. Also, I was very worried to go on TikTok live. It just felt more intimidating because I feel like TikTok definitely pushes out the video to like a lot of people that excuse me, don't follow me. So it's like I'm being perceived for the first time, but I do have the confidence in my reading skills. I do have the confidence in my connection to God and the universe and the divine to deliver what you need. Ooh, why? Give me a segundo, por favor. Abracadabra, I create what I speak. My voice is now clear. Any energy trying to block me in my endeavors to expand, I use that energy as alchemy to fuel my messages even more. Thank you for charging me. Ashe, amen, amen. Let's see. Thank you so much for liking my live. I appreciate you greatly. So we got, wow, embracing the future. I love this. I step into the future with an open heart. Okay, so I'm going to read what this is because I turned to this because it was next to the last card, kind of. Embracing the future. I step into the future with an open heart. Card meaning. What is expected in life tends to be realized. If you anticipate an amazing, joyous, healthy, prosperous future, this is more likely to occur for you than if you assume the worst. Expect the best. Be open for anything. Imagine your life filled with happiness. Your wondrous future is resting on the horizon of your soul, shimmering and bright. So like in my last live on here, about 20 minutes ago, I talked about how we literally create from what we believe. And I even touched on it in this live. And it's like, if you can stop imagining the worst, stop daydreaming about the worst, stop, like, you know, we sit there and we think about the person we're in love with and then we start arguing with them in our head. Like, why? When I do that, I catch myself. I go, up. I don't want to manifest that. I actually want him to treat me kindly. I want him to treat me sweetly. You know, like I want him to love on me. I want to go on vacation and do all these things. You know what I'm saying? Like you start imagining the things you want. You know, I start thinking about being one of those super wealthy young women that I found this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Just to be free to live how I feel, to be able to spoil my family, spoil the people that I love, just be in alignment with everything good and great. Right? So it's literally saying that that's what you need to do. And on the bottom of the deck, we have hearing messages from Spirit. I am a clear channel for messages from Spirit. Thank you. Thank you for that confirmation. I don't really feel like that needs to be clarified or read, but I'll read it though. Because some of you also are struggling with believing that you're actually hearing what you're hearing or feeling what you're feeling when you pray or when you're meditating. And I understand because, you know, in this world, it's like they don't teach us about these things, but I promise you what you're hearing is what you're hearing. Okay? So, believe. Right now, your spirit guides, ancestors, and loved ones who have passed on are sending you messages of love and healing. In my last live, I'm going to post it on my YouTube. The second or third to last card was saying the same thing. Different, totally different deck. Right? So, let me read it again. Right now, your spirit guides, ancestors, and loved ones who have passed on are sending you messages, love, and healing. Have faith that you can discern these messages, and you will. You are a vibrational match for communications from the spiritual realms. And so now, in the days ahead, you'll be even more aware of these loving messages that are flooding your soul. The universe wants you to know. Oh. I guess I gotta go. I love you guys. Have a great day. I'll post a video with this last message so you guys can learn what the universe wants you to know. But my time is up. I love you guys. Peace. Come back again. Share my videos. I promise you I'll be posting even more.